Hey guys, it's Sarah from Altcoin Boss Ladies. And before I get on to the topic and talking about it, first of all, it's Saturday and I'm live, so that should immediately be a sign to you guys that something is wrong. So basically, the reason why I've been so quiet over the last few days is also on Twitter, Altcoin Star, if you guys are following me or not. Basically, you will know that unfortunately one of my three dogs, the middle one, the European Doberman, 11 months old puppy, has been diagnosed with a fatal disease called DCM. It's basically a fatal heart disease, and it's 60% of Dobermans basically dies on it. So it's quite common, and it's really heartbreaking that such a young dog is actually been diagnosed with such a terrible, terrible disease. And I've just basically been really upset about it, and I've been trying to give him the best possible time he has left with us. So he's been on loads of raw food and toys and everything. We used to use him for protection training, but unfortunately, due to his heart condition, unfortunately, he'll no longer be able to do that. So guys, if you've got Dobermans especially, there is extremely common in big dogs, Great Danes as well. Make sure you guys check out your heart, go to the vet, and spend the extra money that vets cost for, because you really don't want to be in the position I was in over the last few days. He's a gorgeous dog, and it just is just really sad. So make sure you do take care of them, as 60% of Dobermans unfortunately is affected by it. But like I said, I haven't really been following what's been going on into the crypto and within the crypto market. So if you guys want to, as I'm going through the topic of today's video, want to drop me off some links about stuff or articles you've seen about the recent developments and recent news, that'd be fantastic. So as I can see, last time I checked CoinMarketCap, it was 131 billion. Right now it's 122, Bitcoin dominance 52%. I know that Ethereum Classic had a 51% attack. So, you know, Charlie Lee actually posted that is it even a real decentralized altcoin if it can be 50% one attacked, double spend and stuff. So it's quite an interesting aspect and interesting way to approach this issue. And let's see how Ethereum Classic is doing. It's actually up 2%, but you can see the time when the hack happened. But it's all good. It's fine. People are basically taking profits. Bitcoin Satoshi Vision is up 11%. And the biggest gainers are Hypercash. I've never heard of it. Doesn't mean it's not good because I haven't heard of it. Of course not. And we've got Cash as well and Bitcoin Satoshi Vision in the top 3. So guys who are holding it, obviously you're very happy. But what I want to talk about today is actually something easy for me and something I can actually talk about without, you know, without being really within the crypto right now. And in the decades since the introduction of Bitcoin, it pretty much has been a roller coaster of a ride for cryptocurrency investors, especially after the start of the bull run in late 2017. And there have been thrills and spills and more ups and downs across the time of the 10 years. And certainly those who were clever or lucky enough to invest in the early days will be very pleased with their yield by now. But much like the roller coaster, following a steep ascent comes an accelerating and sometimes quite scary drop. And that has been the case for Bitcoin and other major cryptos throughout the whole of 2018. And there is talk of another bull run on the horizon, though whether it'll happen is truly anyone's guess. And so what strategies do crypto investors employ in the bear market? Basically, there are 4 options that you have that I can think of. And I think you should choose one of them and stick to it throughout the time. My approach, basically, I'm going to start off with that, is I invested, I left it, I haven't checked my portfolio in 4 months, which is how long I've had this phone. So I haven't basically moved it, copied the app, and basically I've left it alone. But the first one I want to talk about is short selling, basically. And shorting, for those of you who don't know, is when the trader backs a certain market to decline. And if their hunch is actually correct, then they will benefit. And arguably the most famous example of short selling happened in September 1992. I wasn't even here. It's quite funny. When Hungarian-American investor Mr. Soros actually netted approximately $1 billion after correctly predicting the British pound would drop when it was first out of the European exchange rate mechanism. And shorting is basically made possible through CFDs or derivatives, as they allow the trader to sell assets that certain person doesn't actually own. And simply put, a short trade is executed when a borrowed asset or instrument is sold at the current market price. If the market moves the trader's way, therefore, and the price of the asset declines and the value of the position increases, and from there the trader can choose to back when the certain asset is cheaper and make a tidy profit. And the 1200 instruments offered by the leading global social trading and platform like, for example, eToro, allows you to do it, as there's lots of different members and stuff. So if you guys that's where I usually short. That's what I like to use because it's really easy and accessible app. I use it mainly for investing into commodities, forex, and sometimes stocks. But unfortunately, I'm not that good with stocks, believe it or not. I can't really see stocks going up much higher. Actually, as I'm speaking, can you guys see this name of the hotel? It's really funny. I was on holiday with my boyfriend, and this is the hotel we stayed at. It's quite funny. I mean, not really funny, but yeah. The second one will be hodling. And the first time you actually see hodl was when someone in discussing cryptocurrencies, the word causes you to stop reading. And let's not forget that the Binance CZ, he puts biddle, for example, which I really like. And basically, your first thought is it misspelling? Well, yes, it actually is. At least it was mistyped originally. Now, rather amusingly, hodl has found a life of its own, and it has evolved to represent the long-term trading strategy and philosophy for crypto investors, and I'm one of them. And hodl has become an acronym, or maybe like a backronym, for a hodl on for dear life, which is the meaning they made, meaning that even when investors are in the deep red with their cryptos, I was going to say something else, but I made sure I practice saying this, because I was going to say deep S, but I've passed it. Basically, even though you're in a deep red with your crypto, they should not buckle under pressure and sell, driven by the belief that they will, unfortunately and ultimately, reap great rewards once mass adoption has been achieved, obviously, which is my whole main point. People are wanting this bull run, but the thing is that there is certainly great potential of hodling as an investment strategy and not selling while under pressure, as history shows us, and not just in the cryptocurrency world. Yes, one of the most notorious examples of failing hodl happened in the mid-1970s when actually Ronald Wayne, the Apple third co-founder, alongside Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, sold his 10% stake in the and then startup back to the other two co-founders for $800. To put into perspective, in August 2018, Apple achieved the historic milestone of reaching a market cap of $1 trillion. And if Wayne had adopted a good old hodl mentality, his Apple stake would be worth around $100 billion today. So there is everyone saying that hodl is not worth it. I really like hodling. I think it's quite an easy way. But a different way is a bit more proactive. And that's basically keep on investing. I mean, when the value of crypto falls, many investors double down, effectively strengthening their commitment to a cause of action that is potentially risky, and because the prices are so low. And as with hodlers, those who keep investing see the long-term benefits of crypto. And despite the bear market of 2018, many Ethereum users have invested, for example, in Bitcoin or many Binance and Bitfinex. People still are investing, even though it's available on a platform, and obviously there's a liquidity and stuff alongside with it. But people are still buying. And I want to say to you guys, even though I'm saying hodling is a good thing, it's important to know when to take profits as well. That is one of the things I didn't actually do in 2017. I didn't actually take any profits, and now I am down. So live and learn, I guess. And the last one is actually diversifying your portfolio. You know, when there is some sort of a saying that I completely forgot now, but don't put all of your investments into one bucket or something like that. There is a clever way of saying it. Of course, if you have gone all in on cryptos and are waiting for the arrows to turn green rather than red, it might be a good idea potentially during the bear market to consider investing in other asset classes. And by diversifying your portfolio, this approach will spread your overall risk, which is what I started doing. And I am really into it, and I actually don't know about it. But basically, besides cryptocurrencies, you can invest into exchange traded funds, stocks, indices, commodities, and the currencies themselves. There's many people you can follow. It's a way of investing, I would say, as it's a bit more stable. The market's been around for much longer. I've got an ounce of gold, actually. I'm not showing off now, but I bought it ages ago. Kept it, and and it's actually doubled in its value, and that was like 6 years ago. So for something to double for 6 years, that's a really long hodl. But it's sort of the money that I don't really need, and I'm quite glad I have done it. So it's quite an interesting way that you can make money and actually survive within the bear market. So I hope everyone agrees with me. And if you guys got different ways of investing and you're just not hodling onto one certain ways, being cryptocurrencies, that's all I want to say. Diversify your portfolio. That's what I want to say. And I hope that everyone who's been hodling will understand that hodling will finally pay back. You will get your rewards wanted. The market just needs to find the right trend and the right direction. And I think the first step to actually get the market going is the mass adoption and spreading it. Because, you know, cryptocurrency is still loads of people think it's for black money, it's bad, it's the worst, and it's just a bubble. And it just shows that those people aren't educated. So, guys, let me know what are your ways of surviving the bear market. Mine is basically just ignoring what's going on and diversifying my portfolio into other assets that are out there. If that's the way you guys do it, hit the like button. Subscribe to Altcoin Bus Ladies as well if you enjoyed this video. And remember to follow me at Twitter, at Altcoin Sarah, and us, Altcoin Bus Ladies. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and it wasn't as long as I thought it was gonna be. So have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.